Hi, I'm Tom Marks with the Marks Law Firm here in Orlando, Florida. Welcome to the Healthy Family Law Attorney. I want to provide hope to help your family go through the family law process to navigate it in a healthy way. So today we're going to talk about how to find the right family law attorney for you. So let's start right in. First, this may seem a little obvious, but you want to look at practice area or areas. What do I mean by that? Well, first, you want an attorney that practices exclusively or at least primarily in family law. You don't want an attorney that practices real estate or probate or some other kind of law that then dabbles in family law. Why do I say that? Well, today there's an overabundance of lawyers, so there's a lot of competition there. So some lawyers practice what I call a threshold practice. That means, although they may do a different type of law, so let's say, like I said, real estate or probate, if somebody walks into their office with a family law case, and although they don't do family law primarily, they take that person because they take any work that steps over the threshold. So they don't really know all of the law specific to family law, the rules, the procedures, the family law judges. So let's say even if they do litigation, civil litigation, they deal with the civil judges on the civil law bench, not with the family law judges on the family law bench. So one of the rules you learn in law school, maybe the primary rule, is know thy judge. Why? Because you want to know, what is that judge likely to do in your case? If it's a custody case, if it's an alimony case, what are they going to do with child support, with equitable distribution? So the law will give you some ideas, but different judges can do things differently, and you want a family law attorney that has the practice area of family law. All right, so second, you want an attorney, a family law attorney that has experience in family law. What do I mean by that? You want an attorney that's been doing it for a number of years. I would say at least 2 to 5 years. The more years of experience, the better, up to a certain extent, I guess. But certainly an attorney who's done it for years and years, has the experience of having been in the courtroom, having worked with the different judges, having especially worked with the judges like on the Orange County Family Law bench. Currently 7 judges on the family law bench in Orange County. Seminole County is also has a family law bench. So the 9th Judicial Circuit judges for Orange and Osceola County have a specific family law court. And the same for the 18th Judicial Circuit, which is Seminole and Brevard County. Okay, and then you've got obviously Lake County, with Claremont being a bedroom community of Orange County or of Orlando. So you need to be familiar with these judges. Experience will get you that. Also experience handling a number of different types of family law cases. Family law is somewhat of an area of specialty. There's a lot of differences. There's a lot of lawyers who practice law in other areas that say, look, I'm never going to handle a family law case because they're so emotional. Number one, it's a difficult area of practice. Even the judges tend to rotate off every year or two because it can be high conflict. It can be incredibly he says, she says, very combative, very acrimonious. So a lot of lawyers don't want to do it. First of all, they say they wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. So it does take a specific type of attorney to want to do family law. And if you've had an attorney, or if you hire an attorney that has a lot of family law experience, you know that attorney is likely well situated for family law because they've stayed in it for a number of years and haven't either burned out or gone to do a different type of law. All right, a third area you want to look at is, does the attorney have leadership capabilities, responsibilities, leadership experience? So what do I mean by that? Has the lawyer taken leadership positions in different areas of the law and bar activities, like the Orange County Bar Association, the Florida Bar? Like I was chairman of the Family Law Executive Committee for the Orange County Bar, chairman of the Grievance Committee for the Florida Bar. Also, there's other areas of leadership, more in the community, can be in civic groups, can be in different charitable groups. Like I was chairman of the Florida Hospital East Orlando Foundation Board, did charitable work there. I happen to love animals. Actually, I initially went to college to be a veterinarian. So obviously that changed. Anyway, so I became chairman of the Orange County Animal Services Advisory Board and helped set up the spay and neuter clinic, the mobile clinic for Orange County, to help reduce the number of euthanasias of dogs and cats in Orlando. So those are leadership roles. It might be in other areas. There are a lot of different bar activities, or it could be president of the Orange County Bar or on the executive committee or something like that. But leadership, one of my favorite authors, John Maxwell, wrote a book called 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. He's written probably 50 other books. I've read probably 15 of his books. But his one-word definition for leadership is influence. So you want a lawyer that has influence with other members of the family law bar, with the family law judges. You want an attorney, next would be to have a good reputation in the community with the judges, with the other lawyers. That will help you in many ways, but one of the primary ways is helping you get your case resolved, because your attorney who has good leadership and good community skills and is well connected in the bar will have greater influence with other lawyers to help get the case done, either in a four-way settlement conference or in a mediation. Or, of course, if you are able to choose collaborative law, also in that area of practice, part of the family law practice. The next factor I think you'd want to look at is, does the attorney have a certain level of skill and ability? Now, I know this is going to be difficult for you to determine, and when I get into the second half of this video about the right fit for you and how you find that lawyer, this will become a little bit more apparent. But obviously, lawyers who go to law school obviously have a high enough IQ to get into law school. They have a high enough IQ to get through law school, and a high enough IQ to successfully navigate and pass the Florida bar exam. So IQ is kind of a given. Obviously, some lawyers are smarter than others, but I actually think EQ is more important for family law attorneys, because there's so much emotion that's going on. There's so much empathy that needs to be provided. There's strategy that is undertaken. So it's really important for your family law attorney to have a high EQ. So skills and ability are really important, but it has to be combined with emotional quotient. Okay, so the final one is right fit. How is the lawyer you're going to retain, how do you know they're going to be the right fit for you? Well, different people actually, need different lawyers, different types of lawyers. Not every client is a good fit for every family law attorney. So, for example, there are some attorneys that are far more aggressive, combative, scorched earth kind of thing. They want, they tend to fit with clients that want to do all kinds of battle and don't really think about maybe what's in the best interest of the minor children, what's in the best big picture, long-term interest of the family. They just want to win at all costs. That's one kind of lawyer. If that's what you're looking for, I'm probably not the lawyer for you. If you're looking for an attorney that is going to go to bat for you, but also who's going to care about you, he's going to listen to you, he or she are going to know what your goals are, they're going to help you navigate through the process, they're going to help educate you as to what are the possibilities. They're not going to suggest things that really aren't going to happen. Most attorneys, family law attorneys, should know what the parameters are, what's in bounds, what's in fair play in a family law case, like equitable distribution. Family law attorneys should know the starting point is a 50-50 division of assets and liabilities. It doesn't mean that it has to end there, but it's gonna, if you go to court, that's pretty close to what the judge is gonna end up doing. So why spend a lot of money fighting over, I want 90% of the assets and 10% of the debt? That's just not, it's not in the cards, and most lawyers will tell you that. Okay, so another thing that you may want to look at is, do you want a sole practitioner, or do you want a lawyer that's in a firm, whether it be a small firm? The vast majority of family law attorneys are sole practitioners. My firm happens to have 4 lawyers in it. So one of the advantages of having a firm is you have that collegiality. You have that ability to bounce ideas off of your other colleagues, or like if you're going to go with a younger lawyer, perhaps you want that younger lawyer to be in a firm so that person, that young lawyer, can go to one of the more experienced attorneys in the firm to ask questions like, I've got this situation, this is a little out of the ordinary, whatever. The advantage also of having a firm is you can have a variety of professional rates. So the younger lawyers obviously will be more affordable, a lower professional rate. The more experienced the attorney, typically the higher the professional rate. So you can get the kind of the best of both worlds, with the younger lawyer in the firm charging a lower rate, but having access to the experience, knowledge, skill set of the more experienced attorney. So that's another thing you want to be looking at. Okay, a couple more areas I want to touch is, you want an attorney that is going to include you as part of the team. What do I mean by that? Well, the lawyer and the lawyer's staff, paralegals, legal assistants, other lawyers should know the law and be able to apply the law. But you know the facts. You know the facts better than the lawyer will ever know them, okay? So if you put those two together, the facts that you know about the case, about your spouse or your partner, about the children, about the circumstances leading up to the divorce or separation or whatever it is, and you pair that with the knowledge and skill and experience of the attorney, then that's a very powerful combination. So that's really important. So you want an attorney that's going to listen to you, know what your goals are, give you sound legal advice, give it to you straight, and include you as part of the team to make it more effective. Now, one last thing, I think you want an attorney that has a very good reputation in the community, with the judges, with the other lawyers in the bar. Why? Because if you have an attorney that is honest, a straight shooter, candid with the tribunal, which is a term required by the rules regulating the Florida bar, then if you have to walk into court with that lawyer, the judge is going to say, I know this lawyer. Yep, he's been here many times and he's a straight shooter. I can take what he says to the bank. And he's going to typically have the better client, and that it kind of gives you a little bit of a leg up if you walk in with an attorney that has a very good reputation. Okay, so that's kind of like you're figuring out what kind of attorney you want, who's going to be the right fit for you. And then you're going to go, well, how do I find that attorney? Well, the starting point for most people is the internet nowadays. You're watching this YouTube channel, you're getting to see me as a person, what the content I'm providing. Do I care about my audience? Who am I speaking to? What am I trying to accomplish? What am I all about? So it gives you that ability to see. There's Google, there's Facebook, there's paid advertising. I'm not as big a fan of Google click ads or Facebook ads or paid advertising, and I know a lot of lawyers do it. I'm not bashing that, but I am saying those are paid ads. They're very polished, they're very short, they're very brief. You're not really getting to know the lawyer very well. So my recommendation is, if at all possible, try to get a personal referral to a lawyer. You may learn about the lawyer on YouTube or Facebook or Google, but try to find someone who knows the lawyer, or go to trusted friends, family, advisors, and say, hey, do you know a lawyer, a family law attorney? And they may. And if you trust them and they're willing to give that personal referral, then that's really powerful. I would say amongst that group of people, if you have a friend or family member that has been through a divorce or paternity or a custody battle or any type of family law matter, that knows the attorney and would recommend the attorney, that's even better. Because who's going to know the attorney better than a client who actually went through the process with that attorney? So there are a couple of sites on the internet that have reviews of attorneys, and Martindale Hubbell is one. So attorneys can be reviewed and evaluated. So the highest rated attorneys are what's known as AV rated, and there is a designation even higher than that, which is AV preeminent, which that's what I'm rated. So of course I would tell you about that. Check me out on Martindale Hubbell. Also, AVO, AVVO, is a lawyer referral service, but it has a section of it. If you know the lawyer, you can look him up or her and see if they have any reviews. So I think I have like maybe 30, 35 reviews from former clients, because this has to be from former clients. There is a place for other professionals too, but I'm suggesting former clients are probably the best source because they went through the process with the lawyer. Look up those reviews on AVO, AVVO, very, very powerful. Yes, and other professionals like other lawyers, maybe a doctor, maybe a teacher, maybe anyone that you know in your circle that has had experience with a family law attorney would be a good source of finding the lawyer. So kind of wrapping it all up, you have these factors that you're kind of looking at. What is the kind of lawyer? What kind of family law attorney is the best fit for me? What am I trying to accomplish? What are my goals? Does he or she listen to me? Are they going to make me part of the team? Are they going to go to bat for me? Are they going to care about me? And then how do you find that lawyer? Personal referrals are the best. Starting point could be YouTube or AVO, Martindale Hubbell, some kind of lawyer referral service. But I'm suggesting more the organic listings, where the lawyer's either written articles or done things that have raised him or her to the top rather than just paying for the advertisement. So that'll help you find the lawyer and figure out if they're the best fit for you. In my next video, I'm going to talk about the initial consult and what you should bring with you to the consult, what kind of questions you should have, should you put them in writing, how are you going to figure out in that initial consult if this is the lawyer you really want to hire. So we're going to get to that in the next video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you found it to be valuable, hit that like button. If you'd like to hear future videos that we're posting every Wednesday at noon, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Would love to have you as part of the channel. If you have any ideas or suggestions for future topics, something you'd like to hear about from me, learn about some area of law or something about family law, I'd love to do that. So thanks for being on board. We'll see you in the next video.